I'll never forget the day that Justin came home from school. He got off of his little bus that used to bring him home, and he came into the house, and he came into the kitchen, and he asked me, he said, "Mom," and that he said, "Am I retarded?" And I'll never forget that day because it was the hardest thing to have to explain that to him, but I did. And it's like, how do you answer something like that? It was just very hard, and I won't forget that. After we had Justin and we started noticing that he wasn't developing for the age that he was, and we took him to the pediatrician, well, they had referred us to Children's Hospital, and the one was telling us he was never going to learn how to dress himself, he was never going to learn how to feed himself properly, never learn how to tie shoes, how to read, how to write, and you know, those were all things that they all said that he'd never be able to do, and he's doing them.
Speed, oh, what? I like that movie. Oh. What is this movie? A ghoul?
Well, read it. What does it say?
P-O-S.
No, don't spell it. Read it.
I think it says positive. No, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Let me see. Where?
Right there. I don't know how to.
Positive.
Positive.
Yeah. He was in junior high school and in elementary school, mainstreamed. I mean, people were just very unkind, very unkind. And sometimes, unfortunately, adults as well as kids. And I mean, Justin used to get picked on, and he used to get called such unkind names, and I never laughed at any of those retarded jokes that the kids used to say, or whenever they'd be mocking people, and I thought how awful that was. And
there are instances when we were younger when people would just be so mean and cruel to my brother. Like one time I can remember the older kids in the neighborhood came around and were throwing bricks at him. Another time they threw tomatoes, and you know, that's just something I don't understand. Like, how can people be so cruel, so unkind? You know, what makes them think they have the right to just, you know, treat him like that just because he has problems? You know, if you ask me, the cruel people that do that kind of stuff, they're the ones with the problem. There was this quote actually in my brother's special education school that he used to attend. It was by William Shakespeare, and it read, "In nature there's no blemish but the mind. None can be called deformed but the unkind." And you know, because he's not just my brother, he's not just family, but he's an inspiration to me, and he's a true friend.